Okay, part-time jobs. This one.
Or acquire. Yep.
So we can say obtain a skill or acquire a skill here
hmm
instead of this one. So let me
Informal, you could say to get skills.
to
That
get
would
a
be,
skill.
yeah, to get skills, that'd be quite informal. To learn skills,
Learn skills.
yeah.
It is formal.
Yep. That's right. I guess it implies something different to going to work. It implies learning skills implies the formal education.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, so in this context, a social life it means going out with friends. It means going to places and participating in leisure activities. It could also mean going to meet and spend time with strangers that you would like to become friends with. Um, and each of those things could cost money.
yeah, great.
Okay, so um, it's about that idea of waiting. So debt is something that is in the future. It's for the future. Fees could become a debt if you defer paying them, but fees could also just be something you pay when you start studying. So there are some opportunities for some students to pay their fees later and thus to take on a debt, defer. Sometimes they borrow money from a third party to do that, whereas fees, strictly speaking, would usually be something that's paid in advance by somebody. Whether it's the government, whether it's a scholarship, whether it's you, whether it's someone you've borrowed money from. Yeah.
So here instead of recommend, I think recommended. Do you agree?
Yes, it should be a higher recommended limit. That is, the limit has been recommended by somebody. A higher recommend limit doesn't make sense because recommend could only be a verb form, whereas recommended could be part of the noun group.
Great.
So they're talking about a limit, and we can either exceed a limit or we can remain within a limit, really. There aren't many other options there. We go beyond a limit. There is no doubt that some students go beyond even 15 hours a week. Would be the same as exceed. This is related to the previous sentence, really. The previous sentence establishes that 15 hours a week is a limit. So the verb that we use here has to be something we can use with limits or limitations or boundaries.
Amazing.
So exceeding the limit or remaining within the limit or staying in the limits
Staying.
or going beyond the limits.
Going beyond. Okay.
Yeah.
Go beyond. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and go beyond the limit. Amazing. Let's